Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I am here to bring you a message. It's been a while, so thank you guys for all my subscribers who've stayed with me. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You guys do mean the world to me, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you'd like to catch if you like this and like to catch when I get on and do a reading, please hit subscribe during this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. I just want to bring a quick message. Truthfully, there's a bunch coming up, and I think I heard storage because my camera wasn't working and I thought I was broken, and I cleared up a bunch of storage and old videos and things like that, and surprise I can do this. And what I think is happening is part of what I'm hearing before I even call in spirit, like this is just really quick, right, is that there's been like such a build up, right? Build up and stuff that's been taking up storage that's not necessarily needed to stay and remain anymore on this hard drive, but so to speak, okay? So what they're giving me too is like sometimes when your phone needs to resend a switch and you need to turn off the phone because something's happening with connection, okay? So like they're giving me cell towers, as an example as well, though they're giving me cell towers. So just kind of like when one of the things that used to happen when people's phones would mess up is that on our end, I used to work like a customer service agent anyway for a cell phone company, and one of the things that we had to do was when something was happening, before we even sent them over to tech, especially if they couldn't send messages or nothing was coming through, is just we told them we're going to resend the switch. They need to turn their phone off and turn it back on. Just it was like a, hey, like, boom, remember us, like clear everything out and then let's go. So there's something about that, okay? So it's either resend the switch or clearing this out, but there was definitely a very big need to remove what I heard is like dead space, but there's like empty space, but like you need to create some space to bring in some good. So there's a lot here and there's a lot to unpack. So if this resonates, great. If it doesn't, just disregard it, okay? Not every message is going to be for you, but there is a really big importance right now, I think, of what they're saying is like, well, I heard choosing your tonic, and funny enough, it's because I'm looking at a soccer ball here that's like tectonic, which also kind of reminds me of like the movement and the changes in plates and everything like that. So anyway, I think it's just what I heard is there's something about structure right now as well, like structures are being changed, and in order for things to change and move and grow, they're giving me structures as well, okay? As another example would be like, let's say you've got this property, okay, of old dilapidated places. Like nobody can live in them because they're a danger to the people around them. They're boarded up, condemned, and there's people are living there, but they're squatting, right? So you have a whole little squatting community in this like little spot because things, maybe industry died up and blah, 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 blah. Well, do you leave it there and have this dead space that could be in like really great real estate towards schools and other things, or even create housing? So do you keep all these places, or do you demolish, right? And salvage what you can, recycle, and build something new and better, something that is going to fit the now needs, the growing needs, okay? So this could be in a lot of ways. It could be for your family, it could be for your relationships, could be just in your career, could be, you know, your education, could be in your life, on how am I going to grow? What am I holding on to? What is the stuff I have? What are the things I'm doing that no longer serve me, right? Can I see these things? Bottom, it's funny enough, we have the bottom is judgment, and this is one of my favorite cards in this whole deck, okay? This tarot reading cat, right, he's telling you, you've got here the cards he pulls up: a Three of Swords, Death, the Moon, Ace of Pentacles, and Judgment, right? It's time to take a look at things with clearer focus. Yes, you know what, heartbreak's one of the biggest places where we learn in our life, unfortunately, as well. And as well as I'm hearing, like, with that moon, there's been sometimes when we're going through that, we're such in just, our judgment's not there, right? And it's in hindsight and afterwards that a lot of times we can see where maybe we were a little bit, what I want to hear, skewed. But this also is, there's Ace of Pentacles here, because it's like once we can figure out, you know, what it is, or pinpoint the things that are time to go, what is ready to move on in our life. I'm gonna, a clear example, okay, before I move farther, but also heartbreaking and devastating for me. I lost my necklace. I believe it came off me swimming, and I had asked that water to activate me So in some ways, I gave it, right? I'm hoping I find it, but like, it's just something that I've had, and I always wear a necklace. So it's gone, and it's one of these things that, should I have worn it in the water? No, right? All of these things, but there's that moment too of there is a death and transformation. These is energy. This is energy I've been carrying around my neck for a very long time, and I am very attached to my jewelry. And I find like often sometimes I'll lose crystals or I'll lose something and it shows up when the time is right. It just needs to be away. So I feel like that is this moon though, right? Something's hidden or something may seem lost, but what I'm hearing about is this dark side of the moon. We can't see what's on the other side, as well as Transformers. For any of you, I mean also dark side of the moon, okay? Because that may be something that is going to be important. You also have Ace of Wands underneath that. So I do feel like it's like judgment's coming, truth is coming, something new is coming, because we're figuring out this resend a switch. What are we getting rid of? What are we storing? We just don't have room for anymore, so that we can bring new things and new energy into our worlds. So I'm gonna call in Spirit. I haven't even done that. Take a moment to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, any of my spirit guides or your spirit guides that would be here for the entire collective. I'd ask them to join us now to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages for the most far-reaching, but again, only for the highest good of all of us watching, the entire collective. So take what resonates, disregard what goes, what is not for you, okay? I also, that's where I'm at. Let's see what Spirit has to say. They've kind of already given us a lot here. Let's see what messages. I just saw, okay, I thought it was 22, but 32. 5 changes. Okay. And underneath that's the devil. So this is not the devil, but this is definitely the dark wolf, right? The two wolves story on the wolf you feed. This is making sure that, some of the things we're going to be getting rid of, some of it's fear. Some of it's things that are holding us back. Some of it's stuff that we are holding true, and some of it's not truth, okay? So for some of you, I have Ace of Cups under here too, with the 7 of Wands. For some of you, I heard intrusive thoughts too, as well, with the 3 of Swords. We have, now that's in the reverse, you have the 9 of Wands, so something's been a struggle with the 5 of Wands, and then you have the Star here. So I'm going to remove the reverse, because I feel like this star was not in the reverse. The star's in the upright. We're healing. Healing is happening. And as healing happens, we're removing that old stagnant energy. We are creating that space for fulfillment to come into us, because we're changing also what we think that fulfillment needs to look like. It's not attached to things anymore, okay? So it's the same way as like saying you need to resend that switch or clear that switch. If you're still in the same way trying to same message and it's not going through, it's time to clear it out. And this is definitely here, like this cat looking back at you. I feel like there's an importance to the meteor showers that have been happening. I believe that they're probably almost over, and I missed it. Like the skies weren't clear, and I've been so tired. Like I feel like, so I've missed that anyway. But hopefully you guys got to see some of the stars and some of the meteors. But I think this is a real point to also some of the things that we might be holding on to. Like as I was calling Spirit in, I got really heavy in the chest. And some of this stuff is like heartbreak, okay? Heartbreak and the things that hold us down. So I'm going to just ask one more message before I bring in the Light Secret Seers Tarot. I didn't bring any oracles. I just didn't feel like I needed it. I also feel like Spirit had a whole lot to say there already, so something's going on in my chest again. I feels like Spirit, okay? So it's, I feel like what's going on is like picking up on that heartbreak. This is a whole bunch, okay? With the Queen of Cups underneath that and the 7 of Wands. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think it's because some of the stuff that's being released is a lot. It's been a lot to deal with. A lot of that heaviness now, it's ready to be purged, okay? Especially I feel like with the last full moon. I love that he's got this kind of cloudy crystal ball. But to me that also some of it's moving forward, but maybe not with a clear vision, but knowing you want to move forward. 10 of Swords, Judgment. 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Justice. 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Healing Star, Ace of Wands, High Priestess, the 4 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, the Magician, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Swords, 10 of Wands. I do feel like this could be lots of things, okay? We've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom. I feel like a lot of this is just going to be us or you, whoever, right? Definitely, parts of this definitely resonate for me. But it's going to be with the 4 of Wands there in the reverse. Something is coming, something that is long awaited, I feel like. And this is probably, I feel like a lot is just, a lot of it's your energy and coming back into like home and center in yourself. For some of you, that may also be Queen of Pentacles is on the bottom of this deck. But for some of you, that home and center is going to mean so many different things. And as I'm saying now, like my heart's really, my heart chakra is just pressure. Thank you. So you have the Queen of Wands with the Lovers in reverse. Could be a Gemini. I feel like this is you creating magic. Okay, this could be also like someone who's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but I feel like we all have elements of this within us, right? We are all of all these elements. So rather than looking at what the sign is, this is like, you know, feeling victorious and knowing, okay, first off with all of these here, some of this is holding vigil, but knowing that you are creative and you are powerful and you can do magic, my friends. That all of this sparkle and shine is within your hands. Some of it, I feel like this is a choice in love. This is potentially a choice on how you move forward. You have the 3 of Cups here too in the reverse with the Dipper. I think it's all in the reverse. I'm just going to switch it around. But you have the 6 of Cups as well. I love this Queen of Swords. Like, I love this Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Cups underneath that was upright, in the upright. Ace of Cups under it. Get the Emperor. Page of Wands. I love this one. Ace of Wands. Kind of looks like a vagina. But it's also the fire, right? It's the fire of life. It is. This 6 of Cups too is reunion. Like I said, this could be within our heart space. Tell me more about the Lovers, please. Thank you. 2 of Wands and 5 of Cups. So the 2 of Wands, I feel like it's kind of choosing a direction, picking a way to go, kind of not sure, holding a staff, kind of. We also have this 5 of Cups here. I feel a lot of loneliness in here. However, it's also like there's also intention here as well, and there is still light coming from the from this. So there's always to remember a light in the darkness. I feel a lot of this has been 3 of Pentacles. This is working with Spirit, working together. I feel like a lot of this has kind of been slow in the making. And what I heard is for some of you, you might be kind of guarded, pretty heavily guarded, and let your guard down is what I heard. Sucks. But if we don't let our guard down, not to everyone, okay? It doesn't have to be to everyone. But there may be people or situations you find your guard is up, and they're not all going to be safe to let your guard down, okay? There's going to be places that it is not safe, and you need to gray rock that situation, right? But this is in relationships that you feel are important to you, okay? And things that you feel are important in love and what is affecting your heart. Those relationships, we gotta let our guard down. This can be family, this can be friendship, this can be romance. But I feel like with the 6 of Cups, and the Devil was there too, but the 6 of Cups, this is something that's been around, or this is, you know, coming into just a period of happiness in your world and feeling a lot of love and happiness. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but with the Lovers, it feels like it, okay? So, I have Temperance in the bottom. Just a second, guys. I'm going to let you go. I have someone coming to my door, but I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.